Okay, so I'm gonna live stream this, and if anybody decides to join, cool. If not, you know, some people probably at work or whatever. So understandable. Um, yeah, this is a just gonna do like an energy read of this super moon. It's so much energy going on, different things going on, but I want to talk about the lovely things, the beautiful energies that we are experiencing, or some of us are experiencing. Um, this energy, I feel like, because we're in the Lionsgate portal, so mind you, it's a lot popping off right now. So you would think that it's like a Lionsgate super moon and Mercury retrograde at the same time, but no, this energy is pretty dope. I appreciate the encouragement. I appreciate the testing energy. I appreciate the triggers and the tests. Um, so happy Friday to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and just tap into the energies. I'm going to use my Energy Oracle deck, by the way. If you guys are interested, because I had a few people ask me about my deck and if I'm going to sell it. And I said if I did sell it, just be mindful that it might be a bit pricey because, you know, the energy and the time and the investment into this deck. So if you guys are interested, if you guys go on my shop, waluchildreadings.ninja/shop, I do have the full deck. I have the extended version of it. And I also have, the full deck is 130 cards. The extended is 25 cards. And the original deck that I started off with was 120 cards. Yeah, 120. So if you want this entire full deck, it's 130 cards in this deck. Okay, so this is the full deck. If you guys are interested, it is on my website. Um, yeah, so shout out to you guys too for encouraging me to even, because you guys, this deck actually is inspired by a handmade deck that I had, and you guys liked it. And I was like, it's ghetto, it's ugly. Like my handwriting, my drawing is freaking ugly, but people were encouraging me. I appreciate those of you that encouraged me, and you guys liked the deck. And I think it was one of my sisters, Tori. She was like, saying that I should make it into an actual deck, or she would love to see it in an actual deck. I do believe it was her, maybe another person as well. I don't remember, but I appreciate y'all for encouraging me. Thank you. So, yeah, we're going to tap into the energies of this super moon for the collective, and some of it may resonate and some of it may not. So, let's get into it. Hey, sis. Hey, how you been? How have you been, Zaro? How are you, sis? How's this energy keeping you? All right, let's see. Yeah, happy Venus Day too, by the way, y'all. Happy Venus Day. Today, like, okay, so you know what I always notice? This is like, it's so funny, like, and I just want to share this, and hopefully this may encourage someone. Not the Leo Lilith. What's that like? Girl. Queening. I hear you, sis. Queening. So I'm pretty good. I'm about to share like a testimony real quick with y'all because like demons and shit be trying to like really come at you, and it's like when the tests happen, like when things are in disarray or seemingly in disarray or chaotic, when you have those spiritual tests and you have those you know, forces, those dark forces that try to come up against you. Like if you withstand all of that, like there's a blessing in that. So this morning, I checked something. I got approved for something today. I can't say what it is. I'm gonna keep it personal, but I got approved for something today. And I was about to freak out about something. I was like, okay, you know what? I don't have time for this. I ain't got the money for this right now. Like, I just don't have the time. And I checked something this morning and I got approved, and I was like, what? I wasn't expecting it to like the turnaround to be this soon. So, you guys, I have to say the divine, the most high, God is good, like for real. So don't be tripping off of these like temporary things and these tests and these trials and believing everything that you see. Like for real, if you stay above that and you don't allow it to bring you down or to trigger you, or even if it's like bills, if it's something seemingly going wrong, like I'm telling you, God is gonna come through for real. Like for real, on time. I'm telling you, on time. And I was not expecting that. So I just gotta say that. Like I have to give credit where credit is due, and that is to my creator for real. All right. And my spiritual team. All right. Wow. I just seen the divine helpers card just when I split the deck, and divine protection. So yeah. Yes. Shoot. We can be in a whole recession. We can be in a whole crisis, and God will have you. I'm telling you, like, I can't stress that enough. Like, all right. All right. So, yeah, watch out for distractions, you guys. Like, some of you guys, I'm gonna stop right here because you got closed for spiritual maintenance at the bottom of the deck. If you've been called to like rest, if you've been called to fast, if you've been like fast away from social media or certain environments, if you've been called to separate yourself, you know, from people, just to get your mind right and to meditate and to reflect, please do that. So yeah, some of you guys are going through a spiritual upgrade with the spiritual maintenance card, like where you're taking your time for yourself right now. You could be doing this, feel repelled or compelled, excuse me, compelled to do this during the next 3 to 4 days from now. Like just kind of sit in your energy, maybe over the weekend for some of you if you feel led to. Definitely do that. Definitely journal, you guys. 1111. That's funny. If you feel led to journal, do that. And I felt really, really inspired to journal too. And I asked God, what do I need to release? Because I feel that this energy, I don't know if anybody else is feeling this, but if you've been feeling led to let go of things, like whether it's things within yourself and or like things in your life or people and things like that, allow it to happen. You can ask divine spirit, your spiritual team, what do I need to release? Maybe it'll come to you spontaneously, or just, you know, come, you already know, or maybe you already know at this very moment what these things are. But I felt led to write this down because I prayed and I said, God, what do I need to release? Or whom do I need to release as well? Like, because whatever this energy, this Lionsgate energy is, I feel like either you're going to be tested in ways of reverting back to things that you left in the past, or these dark forces or energies or agents of the dark coming in to tempt you to try to pull you back into your past, or these condemning spirits, right? Where it's like trying to call you back into something. Like, let's say, for instance, you quit smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, whatever, right? Because you decided that's what you want to do. This is your discipline, right? And you'll have like these people trying to suggest that you know, just take a puff with me, just smoke with me. Oh, it's not going to hurt you. But then they know that you're on the path of that. Or you cut off an ex or somebody that you used to mess around with, or someone that you used to sleep with, and or whatever, and this person is coming to tempt you after you fasted from them, you've cut cords with that person, or you're about to have a, I noticed this, I don't know if anybody else notices on their path and their journey, but I noticed that every time I'm about to have a breakthrough, I get spiritually attacked. It's a given, I'm telling you. And that it could, and also too, if it's not spiritual attacks, then it's those spiritual tests where you'll have like something, like I said, like something or someone try to tempt you or to pull you back or to call you to revert back to your old ways, or try to set you up into forfeiting your breakthrough. You got to be able to discern and use your spiritual eye with that, for real. all type of spiritual attacks. Anointed and gifted. Okay, you have the no here, the energetic tip jar. Yeah, so you got to think of yourself from this perspective, that you are gifted, you are called to something, you are anointed, you have a big, it's different for each and every one of you, but your purpose and your callings, I feel like some of you guys are, you guys might be called to leave jobs and stuff like that too. Like something that's no longer serving you, like a job or career that maybe you thought was your path or is no longer fulfilling, or you only initiated it because of this the stability, but you're being called to your true purpose, your true path. And Spirit is telling you to say no to the things that are not in alignment with that. So the energetic tip jar is, where are you paying most of your energy? Where are you investing most of your energy into? Who and what? And is it something that is healthy to your spirit, to your soul? Is it edifying you? Is it positive? Does it encourage you? Does it motivate you? Or is it taking away from you? Is it something that is keeping you separate from the path that is for you? You got to use your discernment. Does this thing or these people or this lifestyle or these patterns, whatever, are they conducive, or are they contributing to the path that's for me, that feeds me? It's the question, right? You got to ask yourself. Let's see. Miracle signs and wonders. Ooh, okay. Pull one more. Ooh, the promises of God. Yes. What? Glass ceiling. Break through that glass ceiling. The glass ceiling card, I just want to share this real quick with y'all too. It relates, I promise. It's not me just rambling. I'll never forget, like, my trip that I went on like a year ago. The glass ceiling card came, like, this card was inspired by that experience. I was like spiraling in that hotel room. I took an edible. And any of you guys that know, I have not smoked like literally like in years. Like I'll smoke like my little edible, like not edibles, my herbal cigarettes, like my, like they'll have like flowers and stuff in them. I'll smoke those. Like, but weed and stuff, I have not excuse me, I have not smoked in years, but I had an edible when I went to Hawaii. And when I tell you, I was like tripping, I was like spiraling, I was being spiritually attacked. It was like all these negative thoughts and fears and like irrational stuff popping up. And I felt so dirty and like I was being condemned. It was like this dark energy I was just sucked into, like almost like I was in this dark portal of energy. And I remember sitting in the room like by myself because I had left the wedding party and went back to my hotel room to get dressed for dinner, for the wedding dinner. And I was in the room by myself and I was like tripping out, and I sat there and I tried to like reach God. I tried to pray. I was like, where is my spiritual team? I was like, I'm over here like, what the fuck is going on, right? And I felt led to get up and go walk to the other side of the room, and there was a scripture on the wall. And this scripture came and I broke down in tears because I knew that, okay, that was nothing but God, like at that moment. And I started to come down from that energy that I was in, like I started to come out of it rather. And I heard, there's something that's trying to keep you from breaking free of this glass ceiling, and it's something that doesn't want you to see your purpose or to walk in your purpose fully. And I heard glass ceiling, and that's what inspired this card. Breaking free of that glass ceiling over you, your mind, that's keeping you from reaching that next level or elevating or ascending past these lower energies. So for some of you, you're breaking free of these limitations over your mind. You have miracle signs and wonders. So some of you guys could be seeing these different angel numbers. There's 888 on here, 333, 444, 11, or 111, 77, and 222. Some of you guys could be seeing these numbers around you, and these could be confirmations Um, the miracles aspect of it, I was just led to put this picture of Moses. I don't know what made me do that, but I was led to do that. Um, so even if it seems like you're in a tough situation, right? And you feel like you can't get out of it, or you feel like you've come far, like, okay, God, like, or spirit, whatever you want to call the creator. It's like, you brought me this far to the situation and it seemed like it ain't working out. Like, what you trying to do? Make me look foolish out here? You trying to make me look stupid? Like, what is going on? Or did I mislead myself, right? So there could be that moment that you're in where it feels like you're stuck, or you feel like, okay, I was on the brink of a breakthrough, but nothing's happening. Like, what is this? Just a trick? Like, am I getting punked? Like, what's up? Like, Ashton Kutcher gonna pop out the bushes any minute now or whatever. But no, I'm getting like, there's something that is going to like come at the divine right time. Just when you think that spirit forgot about you, or the divine or the universe, whatever, your spiritual team forgot about you, that breakthrough is going to happen for you, because you have the promises of God. Like, something that was promised to you, especially if you've been seeing rainbows. I don't know about y'all, but it's been raining out here like almost, I wouldn't say every day, but it's been raining a lot lately. And rainbows have been popping up a lot. And matter of fact, I've been seeing double rainbows. I've been seeing people posting double rainbows. One of my spiritual sisters, Tori, shout out to Tori. Like, every time we see a rainbow, we exchange. Like, if we see a rainbow picture somewhere, or something, or someone we're following post a picture of a rainbow, and I'm noticing that people are posting double rainbows. So, funny story too. I just want to share this real quick too with the rainbow thing. I don't know what led me to look this up, but I was looking up Sedona weddings. Just out of curiosity, I wanted to see, like, whatever. And on this website that I chose, I was scrolling and looking at like all of their requirements, and I was looking at the cathedral or whatever it's called. You saw a rainbow too? That's beautiful. I was looking at all of the pictures of the couples, and there was this one specific couple that I came across, and I was like, is that a rainbow? And then on top of that, it was a double rainbow. Let me see if I can find that, because I want y'all to see. I want you guys to see the divinity. Like, so if you've been seeing rainbows, you don't have to see them physically in your presence, like when you step outside. It could be you're seeing posts, or you're having dreams of rainbows, or people talking about rainbows, or you could see a sticker, you could see a license plate. I think Hawaii's license plates have rainbows on them, if I'm not mistaken. Here it is, right here. Can y'all see that? So clearly the rainbow is right here, and then there's like a reflection of it. It's two rainbows. So I'm just like, what, spirit? Like, okay. Actually, let me pull some tarot on this real quick. Do I want to use, I don't know what deck I want to use. I almost want to use an anime one, but I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to use this one, since I got it over here by me. Let's use this. Yeah, so there's a lot of breakthroughs, you guys, and I want, if you feel led to, but I would encourage you to look at, on my community posts, I posted a video. It is like a Christian-based video, but if you guys can separate that part of it and just, take the message as you need to, if it's for you, to be encouraged by that message, because there's definitely some things that we have to remove ourselves from or let go of. And when I watched this video, I was watching it early this morning, and I cried because, like, it was speaking to me. I know that it's something that, is speaking to me. Like, in order to get to that next phase, you got to be willing to let go. And sometimes it hurts. Like, it hurts to let go, especially if it's something that you've outgrown, you've matured past certain things, certain levels, or people and things like that, and you have to let it go in order to reach that next phase. And sometimes you're not able to see what the divine is giving to you. It's not something that you can see with your physical sight, and you still got to trust even though you can't see it. Sis Dara, I know you're pretty versed with the Bible as well. What does the Jordan River represent? Because I keep hearing the name Jordan, and I know that it's relating to the Jordan River. I don't know why. I just feel that strongly. So I don't know, sis, if you can like break that down for everybody in the chat. What's the significance of the Jordan River? Okay, let's see. Aquarius, super moon energy, right? It's a full moon, it's super moon. The moon. Girl. Spirit be speaking heavy, I'm telling you. Okay, so you got the moon card. Let me move these out the way for a second. Got the moon card here. The Prince of Sacred Circles, which is the Knight of Pentacles in this deck. Okay, someone is doing their moon rituals. Definitely, if you are of Native background, you know the power of the moon and you know how to utilize the moon for some of you. You have the Three of Swords. So yeah, there may be something that you have to leave behind. For some of you, it could be two people that you have to leave behind. I'm not sure exactly what that is, or it's something you're called to do. And it may not be easy for you. Like, this is not going to be, but it's like you got to do what you got to do. And it may be leaving them behind, not in a sense of completely cutting these people off, but it's like, it could be like some type of associations or connections that's kind of keeping you capped and limited, or keeping you stagnant from elevating or from progressing, or it's kind of like leaving home for the first time. So you guys might be called to, if you feel led to, if this is only for a person, like this specific part, if you've been led specifically to move or travel or leave your hometown, I feel like you know that it's something you have to do. And if it's what's keeping you is two people, I feel like I'm not getting any bad blood or energy from this. It kind of just feels like you have to do what's best for you. The Queen of Cups is here. Yeah, it's something your heart is attached to, or people your heart is attached. It's home. Yeah, the Ten of Circles, community, home, or it could be a job. It could be in your hometown, like I said. Thank you. Yeah, it does. I like it. This lighting is therapeutic. Like, it helps me sleep sometimes too, because it does remind me of the water. But yeah, it could be home, something with hometown, or things that remind you of home, comfort. I'm hearing fourth house. So like your foundations, family, friends, loved ones, or people or things that were once. I'm getting like an endearing energy. It feels bittersweet. I'm not getting like this negative, nasty type vibe from this though. But you have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you, like, whatever this is that you're being guided to leave in the past, it's leading to something being given to you. So you have to make room for what's for you, right? Make room for more. And I feel like, yeah, this full moon is encouraging this. You know, like, some of you already know what this is. You have the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck too. So the Eight of Wands, are these, what are these? I don't know if these are storks. They kind of look like storks. Kind of. I don't know. So you guys could be getting messages, like animal messages, because look at this bear. Grizzly bears for me represent some type of protection. So that energy is coming out again. And this is the Two of Sacred Circles. The circles are pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles. But in this instance, I'm not getting it in a traditional way. I'm seeing this as you are divinely protected to choose the path that is for you. There's a lot of native references in these cards. They have different cultures in this deck. They look like cranes. They might be, they're not eagles. They're definitely not eagles. They could be cranes. I'm going to look real quick and see if the deck says what they are. But I can't remember. I think the wands in this deck is Egyptian culture. So it might not be storks. They have like black tips. I think, what is those birds called? It's what starts with the I. What is it called? These birds. It starts with the I. I think it's IB. Wait, let me see. I almost, ibis. Is it ibis? I think it's ibis. I think that's what this bird is. I could be wrong, but no, that's exactly what this is. Yep. It's ibis. Yeah. Yep. I want to see what the meaning of this is real quick too, because you guys know me and my animal messages. Right. E F G H hummingbird. There it is right here. Okay, it says everyday pause for a new moment at least a couple of times and think the thought, everything is sacred, and observe what happens as you do. Call on the Egyptian god Thoth or goddess Isis for guidance and protection. I was just talking about Isis yesterday. I was led to tap into that energy because I feel like a lot of feminine energies, just period, I feel like a lot of feminine energies, you need to choose yourself. I feel like you've been self-sacrificing for people a little bit too much. You can't save everybody, okay? You can't heal everybody. We have to, there's community and a collective and family for a reason, right? But there's a point where we have to do the work. We have to at least initiate the work. So for some of you guys, you've been self-sacrificing a little bit too much, okay? Anywho, it says follow your heart and trust in its wisdom. You're going to be introduced to some ancient and sacred healing techniques and the wisdom that accompanies them, okay? So you guys will be assisted with whatever these healing things are. And like I said, I do see some of you guys have already been doing some moon rituals here that may be encouraging you, breaking free from that which has hurt you, because you had the Three of Swords here. And you also have the Queen of Cups. So something emotionally maybe that you're holding on to, okay? I don't know why I'm sensing like uncertainty about the unknown. But there's some messages that's coming in. So pay attention to these downloads. It's going to be real heavy. Like a lot of you are going to be picking up a lot of energy. A lot of it. A butterfly just came. Wow. Spirit, can you tell me more about the, I need to see here, the Two of Sacred Circles. That bear stands out to me. He's just like, you don't got to be afraid. Look at that. Lion's Gate, Strength card. So the Strength card is here. This is your ancestors or your spiritual team encouraging you, temperance, encouraging you to heal. The Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. So you have spiritual help. Oh, I love this card. Every time I see this card, I just feel like just good, like protected. I feel it's that big mama energy. So this is the Queen of Circles, which is the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. And it seems like it's some type of sacred ceremony over this baby. She's watching this baby. You guys are very protected. Look, more full moons in the back. You are definitely protected, okay? Two of Swords. You might have a decision to make, and that could be something that's kind of ailing in the back of your mind or worrying you. But like I said, like, you are protected. You're not going to make the wrong choice or decision. And if it has something to do with leaving of the past, I feel like you already know what you need to do. Somebody is, okay, I'm only going to say this if this resonates with certain people. If you're seeing a lot of nines lately, or 99 or 999, that could represent something returning back to you, or something with home, something returning back. I'm going to clarify this to see what the energy is around it, but I feel like something returning or coming back to you. I don't know who this is for, because I don't want no dealings with anything in the past. Like, if it's in the past, it's set, it's done. I don't want nothing to do with it. It's time for new energy. It's time for new life. So I don't know what this is. We'll see. Could be a message for some of you. Let me put these to the side. I'm going to clarify this real quick. Holy Spirit, what is this Prince of Cups talking about? It's giving me Thor, like Thor vibes. I don't know why. Three of Discs, Three of Pentacles. The Fool, the Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is something you've walked away from. Eight of Cups. Something you walked away from, or a person that you walked away from. It doesn't have to be romantic. It's something that you are emotionally tied to, though, or used to be tied. The Three of Pentacles, it could be something to do with work. Like I said, something that used to be a passion to you. Something that maybe you felt led to at the time, but now it's no longer feeding you. With the Three of Pentacles, it could be something that you're kind of at war with. You're battling this. These men have these boxing gloves on. With the Fool card, yeah, as you're stepping into a new energy, a new phase, I feel like someone, I'm going to just say use your discernment and use caution. Like if anybody's trying to reach out to you, be mindful of that energy. Because I feel like it's something that you walked away from. And it could be that it took strength and courage to step away from something, or someone or people in general that didn't serve you. Because I kind of get this energy of just like something that has been very trying. It has not been good to you. It's like you're leaving it in the past. Okay, this Ace of Swords, to me, it kind of looks like a little ghost or something. So something maybe that you ghosted, or people that ghosted you, or just something that was no longer feeding you spiritually. It was not fulfilling anymore. You stepped away from it. You've been healing from it too. Yeah, yep. The bottom of that is the Universe, which is the World card. You have the Art, which is the Temperance in this deck, the World, and beneath that is the Eon, which is the Judgment card. Yeah, this is something in the past, and I feel like Spirit wants you to check your energy. You're close to closing. I'm telling y'all, I said this in the beginning of the reading. I feel like tests are trying to come because you're on the brink of losing a cycle out of your life. Things may come back and resurrect themselves, but that doesn't mean you turn back. Use your discernment. Yep, Six of Cups. And even if it's not something that your heart was connected to, it could just be like, I'm telling you, the enemy, agents of the dark, they know, even if they don't know that they know, or they just being used. Like if you're lower vibrational, you're open season for demons. I always say that. Like if you're lower vibrational, you're a nasty person. You have a nasty energy, a nasty attitude. You're mean, you're dark, you're hateful, you're spiteful. You operate in darkness. Hey, you operate in darkness. You're open season for demons. Like you are receptive to be used, even if you don't know that. So people can be like, know that you're on the brink of a blessing and come in and like try to start something with you, or try to pull you back into some drama, some mess, some gossip, or get you into some trouble, or try to get you to like get angry or to get off of your square. And Spirit is like, watch out for this energy. Like be discerning. And it could come in sweet. It could come in all lovely and all promising and tempting. But use your discernment. Because it's like something were... Yeah, because you're close. You don't have time to revert back to the old. You don't. You just don't. Let's do a love read around this time as well, because I bet you, I bet anything that energy is going to come up in this reading too. Just watch. All right. Yeah. Sexual energy, especially, hell no. I can't tell y'all what to do with your bodies, but I can give you a warning, a fair warning, and say that if it's somebody you know that you're not supposed to sleep with, that either tries to come back, or it could be even a new energy, something tempting, and something's telling you don't do it, ignore your flesh, please. Keep your legs closed, keep your pants up, whatever, right? Sacred energy. some of you guys might have accumulated a lot of momentum or energy by abstaining from sex or something with discipline here. And it's like something or someone that is tempting to you may very well try to get, yeah. Some of you guys pray for discernment, spiritual blindness, that you guys can see and you can discern these things. But let's see, love energy surrounding this super moon. Yeah, I can't tell you what to do with your box and your peen. I can't tell you what to do with that, but I can give you a fair warning for those of you that this may be for. Okay, temporary pleasure could lead to some unforgivable things. Okay, so I'm just saying. Yeah, because you know these fragile rock ass ninjas out here, these underground railroad troll people, these dark energies, like it's like they come out, like the freaks come out at night, literally. Like they come out during these portals and these periods. Like just as the portals, like there's open heavens of blessings, there's also demonic portals and energies open too. And like I said, these fragile rock ass looking ass demons and trolls, like they hobbits and stuff, they like to come up from underground and start shit. Like, hey, we don't have time. We don't. Yeah, you're close with spiritual maintenance. Like some of you guys are healing already when it comes to love and relationships. You're healing your heart. You've been healing your heart. Prophetic dream. I'm gonna stop right there. Okay. Some of you guys might be having see, I'm telling you, look, I can't make it up. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Look, let me show you. Just let me show you. Okay, so you have clothes for spiritual maintenance again. Spiritual warfare and spiritual attacks. Orphan spirit, which is childhood trauma. Admiration and recognition. Sacred energy again. I declare and I decree the full armor of God. Protect your energy, you guys. You know why? Because there is like a little spiritual warfare here that you need to be aware of. And this is not like to scare or to cause paranoia. If this is not for you, don't take it. I don't speak to people that are paranoid and spiritually unsound and crazy and just don't know what to do with the energies. I'm not talking to those people. For those of you that are spiritually in tune and aware of things, please use your discernment when it comes to love energy. So whatever the orphan spirit is to you guys, or whatever your childhood trauma is, like if it's open game, you're not healing those things, you're not spiritually, or you're not emotionally, or you're not self-aware of what your traumas are, this could be exploited in some type of way with, someone paying you a little bit of dust, breadcrumbing you. This ain't nothing. Like, what is this? Like a like on social media, or oh, he looked at my story, oh she, like that's nothing. Like that stuff is breadcrumbs in comparison to some straight up direct communication, somebody that's talking like they got some sense, right? Being honest with you, straightforward, transparent, someone that's not trying to link up just to have sex with you and all of that. Like this is breadcrumbs in this instance anyway. I'm picking up, this is nothing. So if you're receptive to small efforts of flattery, this could be what catches you slipping. So yeah, I don't care if he's talking about you the baddest thing ever, or she look good. Like use your discernment, because there's something with sex. These incubus and succubus, they love like full moons and stuff. They love these like moon cycles to like harvest energy and stuff. They love it. Shoot. And even that, like, it doesn't even have to be like actual sex, like physically. It could be oral, right? It could be, self pleasures, right? You know what I'm saying? It could be imaginations. Just use your discernment. And I've lost a few people because I'm talking about some real shit now. And people don't have discipline when it comes to closing their legs or keeping their pants zipped. They don't have that type of discipline. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. People are led by their flesh, very led by it. But yeah, use your discernment. And declare and decree means to seal something, like seal it, divine stamp of approval over something. You're speaking something, you're decreeing it as, look at what the word decree is. You're affirming something, and I feel like the affirmation is spiritual protection. I would pray for spiritual discernment, or affirm spiritual discernment, that you see, you have the eyes to see, that you're able to protect your energy. Because somebody gonna get tested this weekend. I don't know who this is for, but someone's gonna be tested. That's all I can say. It's not worth it. And sex is not just sex. Spiritual beings know that sex is not just sex. Even demonic energies know that sex is not just sex. Like, yeah, it's the pleasure is beautiful. It can be, depending on the energy, the circumstances, and the person that you're laying with, the connection. But it's not just pleasure. It's an energy exchange, and you don't want to exchange something that's, it's like going to the mall and you're looking for a Chanel bag, and then somebody's trying to sell you a Chanel spelt with an S instead of a C, and you take that bag home and you have buyer's remorse. Like, why the hell did I do that? It was cheaper, yeah, but I regret it now. You don't want to have an exchange with something. You can always return it. You can. Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. The Ace of Wands. I'm telling you, I can't make this up, y'all. This to me is like sexual energy, but you see, it's the key of life. It's the yoni and it's the phallic. So something sexual here. Use your discernment, y'all. Wheel of Fortune. Spirit is not playing. The phony Vuitton instead of Louis Vuitton. Yes, exactly. The Wheel of Fortune can represent like your path, your fate, your destiny, the things that are in orbiting. It could be like, as Esther Hicks says, right, or Abraham Hicks, whatever, she calls it a vibrational escrow. So it's a vibrational like energy or space that has all of the things that, you know, it's kind of like your spiritual bank. Everything that you deposit in that you want to eventually cash out on, manifest, right, into the physical. So this energy right here can also represent a karmic cycle. You don't want to repeat karmic cycles, you guys. You don't want to do that. And I'm getting so clear, and this could be the very thing that you're being guided to walk away from with the Ten of Pentacles. Very well could be. It very, very well could be that it's something to do with this community of energy. Could be community pain. I'm just saying. Something that I feel like is like home to you, or somebody that's like home to you. And if it's not sex, which I feel like for a majority of you, it very well could be. If it's not sex for some of you, it could be something that pulls on your heartstrings, like a passion, or someone that kind of sparks a passion. All they got is, and that's why I'm saying, like, test the spirit by the spirit. Like, you got to ask yourself this, like, why the hell, like, am I getting geeked up over a like on social media? Like, that ain't shit. Like, that's nothing, right? That's not grown man, grown woman. Like that, I mean, a like can be a sign of adoration or recognition of some sort. Yeah, of course, perhaps. There's also other aspects of it. Someone could just be scrolling and like it and just keep it scrolling. It's not too much energy that goes into that. Oh, this person's looking at my story. Okay, maybe they like to look at stories, and maybe they just wanted to be nosy. There's not much. If they're not saying anything to you, they're not communicating with you, or you're dealing with someone that is like in and out of your life, it's like you got to evaluate, what am I getting geeked up for? Where's that trauma coming from? Because a lot of times it's like some part of the self that feels like it needs that is coming from a gene pool of lack. So I don't know who this is for. Ooh, we all been there, done that. Trust me, I know, child. Oh, he looked at my story. So what? Like, girl, he ain't saying nothing. He ain't doing nothing. Like, so? No, that's breadcrumbs. It's nothing. A hey, how you doing is simple. I mean, it takes nothing to say hey, how you doing, or talk or conversate. It takes nothing to do that. Like, just, you know. And if a person can't do that, it's like, why waste your energy? You don't gotta like come out and be like, oh, you know, greetings, goddess, and all that corny shit. You don't gotta do all of that. A hi and hello, how are you, whatever, is fine. You know what I mean? And if a person doesn't have the common decency to communicate or talk to you, or take you somewhere in public, or at a decent time, they just want to hit you up when it's late at night, or they want to meet you in these weird locations and all this, you know, stuff, or use your discernment, or go days without texting you back, knowing damn well they saw your text message or they saw your whatever DMs or whatever, and they don't respond, or that type of stuff right there, child. Who has time for that type of foolery, games? Who has time for that? Like, our self-esteem, it's got to come higher than that. Like, shoot, I posted something on the community post about that. Like, I'm talking about men, but women, same thing. Like, there's women that are just goofy. Like, you know, men be falling for like goofy stuff. Like, just because she got a big booty or whatever she got going on, just eliminate the fact that this person is drama. She's toxic. You know what I mean? Like, no. We only do emotionally available, emotionally mature, emotionally sound, somebody that talks like they have some sense, that can have a decent conversation, someone that's not treating you like an animal or a piece of meat or dirt. Like, it's crazy. Can we like talk about this real quick before I proceed? Because I feel like somebody needs to hear it. Can we, like, just for a minute, why, and thank God I have not done this. I had a dry spell of going out on dates because I've been just in a place with just healing and being with God. But I went out on a decent date. I had a coffee and bookstore date, which was decent. I liked it. Talked for hours. It was cool. That was just something to just, you know, get me to, I guess, put my feet back in the water. So it was cool, whatever. But nowadays, it's like men only want to take you out if it comes with booty at the end of the night. I don't understand that. Where does that stuff come from? Where nowadays men feel like they can treat and talk to women any type of way. Like, you ain't no real man. And I'm not attracted to men that talk to women like dirt, that talk to women like they're pieces of meat. I don't think that that's attractive. I'm not turned on by that. That doesn't do anything for me. And then you have those men that are fake nice only to get what they want. And when you reject them and you don't give them what they want, then, you know, it's kind of like the streets. Like when you're walking in the street and the guy is like, you know, yelling out, cat calling you, talking about, hey, ma, you look good. And then when you say to them, you're not interested, or you keep walking, and they tell you, oh, you ugly anyway, B. Like, come on. You were just a fan just 10 seconds ago. Stop. You lying to yourself. But nobody has time for that type of energy or men like that. Like, I feel like, I'm going to say this because I'm an advocate for my divine feminine. I'm telling you, love yourself. It's not hard. It really, I mean, it can be. But I'm telling you, like, you might think that you got the upper hand with these dudes or whatever, but they're constantly testing you to see how much you think you're in control. Oh, I'm just going to sleep with him and I'm going to get up and I'm going to leave. Like, why are you giving your jewels away to somebody that's not even worthy of it? Like, this is somebody that can't even take you out to dinner. Or if they can, they refuse to take you out to dinner or treat you like a decent person without wanting something else on the side, or having side chicks and baby mamas and all this stuff they're still messing around with. Like, you can do better. There's men out there that are capable of giving you what you need, but you have to make yourself available for that type of energy. I don't know what it's like to date women. I'm not, I'm not into that. So I don't know what that's like. Um, I've heard, from a couple of friends that are lesbians that it can be toxic. I mean, any relationship can be toxic, but I'm speaking for women when it comes to men. Like, there's a lot of disrespect out there that I'm seeing and I don't like it. In my generation, it's like, it's sad out here in these streets. Like, most of these men, it's like a war and a battle between men and women. It almost seems like men hate women. Like, literally. They probably think the same way about women, that women hate men or whatever. But I feel like it's a lot of trauma and a lot of wounding. And it takes a really courageous person, or a man, I'll say, because for men, dealing with their emotions is not something that comes easy to them. That's not in their nature. Emotions is not in their nature naturally. No. Um, yeah, women need to be straight up with their intentions. I do believe that. I feel like too, I'm gonna just backtrack a second because Dara just said something about women needing to state their intentions. That is true. What are you looking for? Because it helps you to eliminate a lot of bullshit. When you say when you ask a man, what are you looking for? What's your intentions? You can know where they're at with that, or you can state your intentions. Like, this is my intentions, this is where I'm at. Like, that clarity. Don't get mad when you start catching feelings on, when you say, oh, I'm just looking for some fun, and then you start catching feelings. Don't be mad at him when he ain't catching feelings too, and then you start getting all mad at him, dogging him, talking about he played you. No, he was straight up with you, or y'all had an agreement. So because you caught feelings, you think that he's supposed to. It's not how it works. And if there's a pattern, oh, best believe they're going to exploit that pattern until you're done. They're going to exploit that. Best believe. But back to the the thing when it comes to men, it's not easy for them to express their emotions. So when it comes to being honest and real with their pain and their trauma and where it comes from, that's a different ball game. Not a lot of men can do that. It really takes, but I feel like when you get to a certain level of maturity as a man, I've noticed that men don't need to find validation in other women. They don't have to find validation in having multiple women, or trying to keep up with their friends or show off. That's little boy shit. That's little boy shit. So there is men that are capable. They're definitely capable. But you got to make yourself available for that. Like, when you get off the Ferris wheel, like getting on those little, what's that little, yeah, is it not a Ferris wheel? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Like the little thing with the horses and zebras and whatever at the fairs. When you get tired of going in that merry-go-round with the person playing those childish games, you make yourself available for something that is vibration in alignment with you. But that also, a carousel, thank you. But that also comes with self-awareness and healing and love for the self as well. Like, it really does. Like, start being more strategic with who you give your energy to. That means who you communicate with, who you open your legs to, who you go out on a date with. Like, if your standards are that low, because it can seem like the dating pool is all bad, and I pay attention to numbers and stuff like that, yeah. But I feel like when you are in a different vibration, naturally you're going to gravitate to different types of vibrations of energy. So it's not to say that all men are like this or all women are like this. It's like when you shift the energy where that's something that you no longer entertain or you make yourself available for, then the whole thing shifts. The whole theme changes, right? Yeah, the whole thing changes. And we all been there. I ain't talking about nothing that I have not been through. Like, as far as making myself available romantically to people that don't deserve my time or my energy, or being disrespected and all of that. Like, no, you have a right to choose what you want, who you want. You have a right to do that. You have the free will choice to do that. You're not you don't have to settle for less because that's what you think you're getting. When you shift yourself, it's an inside job. When the narrative changes inside of you and your mind and in your spirit and your like you, then everything else, like you'll stop you maybe not stop attracting, because fuck boys is gonna be attracted to that divinity. They're attracted to everything, whatever, period. Like some men they just want something, they don't care. But when you are in that place of self-love enough, because we're always healing, right? We're always evolving, we're always changing, there's always room to grow, right? When you are in that place where you're receptive and you say, I don't even want that no more, you're not even going to be attracted to that stuff no more. Trust me, you're not. You could still have love for somebody, maybe, like, let's say for instance you're like an ex or somebody or something that you like, someone you dealt with, right? Like, I'm gonna be transparent. Okay, so how do I say it without talking too much? So there's someone that was like in my social setting, my group. We have like mutual friends or people that we know, and we like, we had like a little vibe, a little connection. Nothing serious. We didn't have anything serious going on. We just, had a connection, a vibe, more so like a friendship. But I was allowing a lot of things to go on with that. Like, whenever, let's say for instance, we would make plans, there would be all these different excuses, and then it'd be like this back and forth between this person, like, no, no. And a person will tell you straight up what their intentions are, but when you want what you want, like, you want what you want, you'll just be like, oh, I'm gonna just stick it out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And it's like, no, you're going against you're working against yourself when you do that. And I was getting hyped by the likes. I was getting hyped by, oh, he looked at my story, and oh, he complimented me on this. I was getting hyped off of that stuff until it just grew tired. It grows tired after a while. You know what I mean? Like, no, I deserve someone that will show up. So I have to make myself available for that. All right. Yeah, so no. Make yourself available. Yeah. So that's all I'm going to say with that. And I'm going to say this again for the ladies in the back. And it's not to say that this can't be for men as well, because there are some men that they have to, learn to value themselves more as well. Like, it's all wounding, but I feel like that's a different, our plight is a little different from men, right? But I advocate for the divine feminine because my healing journey, I feel like, encourages me to do so, if that makes sense. Yeah, choose what's best for you. Go where you are loved as well. And when I say that, that doesn't mean you just take anybody that says that they love you or shows you interest, but no, go where you're genuinely loved and cared for, beyond attraction, beyond lust and admiration and desire, but someone that loves with intention, with good intention, pure intention, with patience, with kindness, with truth. And are we perfect? No, we're not perfect, but that's where transparency comes in. That's where accountability comes in. That's where maturity and healing comes in. So set what you want into motion. Set what you want into motion. Because, child, I'm not perfect. Still healing. Still healing from a lot. Still releasing a lot. And, like, some of this stuff goes beyond men, right? Or lovers. It goes way beyond that. It goes way beyond that. start embracing yourself, like the parts of you as well. I want to do like, I'll probably do this like on Patreon or something like that. I don't know, but or when I feel led to like post things, because I feel led to do like more healing more videos that encourage healing and stuff like that. I want to talk more about spirituality as well as like when it comes to dating, because I feel like it's kind of a different thing when you're like on a spiritual journey or you're healing and things like that. It's a different type of subject. Like it's a different ball game, if that makes sense. So when it comes to like trauma and things like that, it goes far beyond partnerships and relationships. It's like our connections and our upbringing with our parents, our relationships with our parents or the lack thereof really sets the tone for the type of connections and relationships that we get ourselves, find ourselves in, or the types of partners that we are attracted to, things like that. Like for me, like I said, I'm still healing. Self-acceptance is like a big thing because women, we have this thing or this pressure to be what the world says you have to look like. And if you notice, the trends change every other 10 years or so, right? It's a different type of standard of beauty that comes along, and women kill themselves, literally, like take themselves out by getting on these surgery tables and doing all this stuff, getting these bootleg booty shots and all kind of crazy stuff for the sake of beauty, for vanity, right? But this is what I found, like, and these are couples that I really admire, the ones where it's not all about like superficiality. Yes, money matters in a sense. In this world, we have to have stability, right? But that shouldn't be the overall point and intent. Beauty fades as well. That shouldn't be the overall point and intent of your choosing of a partner, right? Of course, you want to be attracted, but women, I'm telling you, like, you think that you are not enough and you need to be this, you need to be that. Like, you'll be surprised at how much, I say like real men. I'm gonna say that because I can only say this, like real men, like they don't really care about all that stuff that you think they care about. They don't. They really don't. They do not. And I'll be like, sometimes, like, just being transparent, I'm sure we all do it. Like, we deal with body dysmorphia. And my body is not the 20-year-old Chinoa body no more. It's grown woman weight. And it shouldn't have to take this, but someone complimented me the other day, and I was like, oh, I look crazy. Oh, that picture's ugly. And they were like, no, all I see is a goddess. And I appreciate, too, like, him saying that. This, a friend of mine saying this. But my sisters, when they say it to me, I feel like when my sisters tell me this, it really encourages me. I don't know why. It hits different when your sisters encourage you. It really does. So I would say this, you guys, like, healing and self-love is your own personal work and job. But accept compliments, accept love, accept compliments, whatever you want to call it, encouragement, and also give that to your fellow sisters. You don't know, a woman, like, I think we all can agree on this. I've heard a few women say this, like, when a woman compliments them, not on any like lesbian type thing, but it's like when a woman can compliment another woman, it's like it hits different because we know what it's like. We know how much effort we put into our outfits, or just to hear someone say, oh girl, your hair is fly, or your makeup is on point, or you look good, like that. It hits different. It's a sisterhood thing. So yeah, like, spread that. And I'm learning to accept compliments, and I'm learning not to be shy to give compliments, because I used to feel like, oh, I'm such a nerd, like, oh, but I'm getting better at it, to just be open and honest. Like, girl, you look fly. Like, I like what you got on. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, like, I love your hair or your style. Ooh, girl, where'd you get that? Like, just whatever it is, like, just give that to your fellow sisters, okay? Even the ones you don't know, you might just see them out in the street, like, and this is another thing too, like, I'll be on social media and I'll be looking at certain people and I'll be like, I just want to tell this person this, but you'd be all shy and thinking like, okay, you're a weirdo, because if you're used to, and this is another thing that I'm going to talk about one day too, is like the whole sisterhood thing and friendships and the mean girl bully stuff too. We need to talk about that as well, because some of us need healing from just that alone, this whole sisterhood thing, like relationships, bad relationships with female allies, like we need to heal from that too. Like that's a whole nother layer right there. I know that for a time, and I feel like I'm still healing from that, with dealing with, developing genuine friendships with women and not feeling that that fear or that uncomfortability of like, oh, she gonna be shady, or she's gonna be two-faced, or I can't trust this person, or it's gonna be competition type stuff going on in the background, like where you can just rest in a friendship and like really trust a person. That for me has always been something that's challenging for me in a sense. So I feel like that could be another healing topic to talk about as well, is the whole friendship thing. Like, girl, yeah. Yeah, I don't believe that all men are bad. I just don't. And I just want to say this too, because for my fellow black women out there, okay, melanated women, there's nothing wrong with dating outside of your race. It's nothing wrong with that, okay? People might beg to differ and have like certain things to say, but if it's genuine, it's a genuine intention, because I feel like a lot of us black women, we don't do that. There's not many of us that date outside of our race. And there's nothing wrong with preferring your own race. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's natural. That's like certain creatures that prefer to stay, like, they do that. That's how they roll, right? That's nature in a sense. But I feel like don't shut everything down just because it's a little different. Like, be open to the possibility that maybe what you like, the type that you have fixated in your mind, that it might not be for you. And this is another thing too, like our type typically is a program. What we've been programmed to believe is our type, believe it or not, through observations, subconscious observations, through environment, through culture, through upbringing, whatever the case may be. Like, child, yes, we gotta be a little more open than that, because like you could be overlooking your husband because you're looking at just the specific type, and that type is something that you've kind of been programmed. And same with men, like especially men, like men get programmed all the time with beauty standards, just as women watch and see like, okay, this is what people are saying is beautiful, so I gotta look like that, or if I don't look like that, then that must mean I'm ugly. So best believe if men are, or women are being programmed into beauty standards subconsciously through dolls and through magazines, through movies and all of that, best believe that the boys, when they're little, they are too, right? And like I said, the conditioning also is passed down, or it could be cultural things, right? So yeah, your type could be the thing that is holding you back in a sense, because like I said, you don't know exactly what it is that you really want outside of that program sometimes. And the type is not always physical too. Sometimes the type is like an archetype of like a certain type of personality. It could be the person's like way of life, the way that they move, how they do things. Like, you could be attracted to men that operate in that same way and not know why, and be like, oh, that's because that's how my dad was, or the lack of thereof, that relationship with my dad, or because of what I seen on TV, this is how men are supposed to act and blah blah blah, just like how femininity is the same thing. So I feel like because I feel like this is like a long message, but it may have need to come out, because I'll be sitting on here and thinking, oh, I'm gonna do a reading on this, and then all this stuff starts coming out. But I feel like love and relationships are such a big thing for us, because as humans, and plus it's God created. Partnerships, community, family, that's all divine, right? It serves a divine purpose. It really does take a village in a big sense. The power is in numbers of people. When we gather together and we're on one accord, there's power in that. So when I see a lot of like gender wars, because that's what I'm going to call it, gender wars and stuff like that, it's unfortunate. But mind you, we are in a generation of wounded people, but we're also in a era and time of awareness, self-awareness as well. So you see a lot of people that are really digging in and diving deep into their healing and uncovering their own human behaviors and things like that, which is a beautiful thing. So with that, I do believe that it may take some time, but collectively speaking, healing and partnering with people, whether it's family dynamics, because generational trauma is also being at the forefront, ancestral healing and things like that. That's all at the forefront. Healing with love and relationships, friendships, that type of stuff. Like it's going to take time, because if you look at the way of the world now, it may seem like nothing is moving, but if you step and you look at another perspective, you can also see where the change and the healing is taking place, which is beautiful. There's a balance. It always has to be a balance. Um, so yeah, yeah. But anyway, needless to say, that was the reading or the message. I hope that you guys take what you need, because, child, yeah. Watch out for these fragile rocks, like these fragile rock ass ninjas out here, these treasure trolls, these hobbits. Like, child, I ain't gonna let nobody fuck up my day. You don't have the capacity to do that. You don't have the capacity to do that. Sorry. So, but anywho, I appreciate those of you on here joining and showing love, and whoever's viewing with love, I send you love back. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Utilize the supermoon well and positively. Journal. Hey, Zena, I didn't see you. Hey. I know. I don't give a fuck. At this point, it's just sad. Like, a whole fan, but in denial that they're a whole fan. It's stupid. But anyway, we got better things to talk about and focus on, and that is this energy. This energy right here today is very potent. It's Venus Day, so like do some self-love work under this full moon energy. Do some self-love rituals, some journaling, whatever makes you feel good today. Whatever makes you feel good today. Like if it's simply a bath, if it's simply doing a crossword puzzle, I don't know, whatever gives you that pleasure and makes you feel good, at peace, yourself, or complimenting another person. Let's do that today. Complimenting myself, and I'm gonna probably just do that on social media, because I don't always do that. So I'm gonna challenge myself. If I see a fly chick today and I like something, I'm compliment, pass that shit along, y'all, to your fellow, anyone that needs, just women, anybody that needs, that love. Like, also too, this is another thing that's been happening. I don't know if this has been happening to y'all too. Anytime I think about somebody, because it's funny, because Dara, I was wondering where you've been. I thought about you the other day, but there was like a few people that I was thinking about recently, and they pop up or they hit me up or something, because because I'm like, I wonder what happened to so and so. I haven't heard from them. That could be spirit wanting you or encouraging you to check on that person, or encouraging you to call them, text them, or send them healing energy. If you can't call them or text them, maybe send them some healing energy or some love, right? Checking, like one of my sisters, I didn't even know she was going through something, but I felt something off because I'm like, I haven't heard from her in a few days. She ain't been on social media, like something's off, right? And then she hit me up and let me know what was going on. So yeah, trust your intuition, you guys. That's been happening a lot to me lately. Thinking about people and then they just show up or they pop up. It's weird. So pay attention to that. Send people love and energies. Believe it or not, I can tell when the agents are gonna come as well. I get heads up about that, so I'm not surprised by that. It doesn't move me. Doesn't move me anymore. So yeah. So send some love out, y'all. I appreciate y'all. That was a dope message. I know sometimes it might be like I'm rambling, but I promise it makes sense to whoever it's supposed to make sense to. Like, I don't know what be happening. Like, I just go on this whole talking spree. Like, it just comes out. It's like, okay, we just gonna talk about this? Okay, we're gonna talk about this. Because trust me, you guys, I'm not this talkative. I promise. Anybody that knows me knows I don't just be talking this much. Like, I allow people. It's probably because I'm on a live, obviously. And it's not like somebody, like, I have you guys chatting with me on the chat, but it's not like we're on a phone and it's like, okay, I say something, you say something, you say something, and I say. It's not that. It's more like this. But even when I'm on the phone, like, I don't be doing that. Like, I just, I'm more of the listener. I'll say that until it's like time for me to like say something, then I'll like, okay, but I don't talk this much. Not like this, nah. So I appreciate y'all for listening or being here, and hopefully you found something in this message that you needed, like positive, like something that you needed or that was helpful, that helps you, go deeper within yourself or your healing, or confirmations of things that you've already picked up on or that you've already known or spirit has already told you. Pass the message along if you feel like it may resonate with someone as well. Yeah. If you know that this could encourage someone else, especially one of your fellow sisters, like your friends or your cousins or whoever you feel like might need it, a coworker, I don't know. So, yes, I love my Aquarian sisters. Like, I do. Like, I have so many Aquarian women in my life. Some of them, they drive me nuts, but I love them. Like, I love. It seems like I'm more in favor of the I love the zodiac signs as women. Like, I prefer them. Like, but when it's like, oh, girl, the Taurus man, I'd be like, girl, bye. Like, ew. The Leo men, bye. But I'd be attracted to Leo men. It's something. But I like Gemini and Libra men. I don't know what that's about. Sometimes, occasionally, probably a Pisces. It's very rare. It's a rare occasion, but possibly. Not too much, but for some reason, I don't know why. It's like Libras. I bet you if you can ask me, like, ask me how many Libra men have I been attracted to or into, it probably would come up. Or Gemini. But that makes sense because my dad is a Gemini. And why I get along with female Aquarians so much is because my mother is one and my daughter is an Aquarius as well. So that makes sense. But, yeah, in a nutshell. But anyway, y'all enjoy this full moon. Like I said, I'm getting off. I promise. You guys, I was not expecting this to be this long. I'm getting off. I'm going to enjoy my Friday. You guys enjoy your Friday as well. And be blessed, be safe, take care. Peace.